In this video, let us look at cerebrospinal fluid's functions. In the previous video, we have seen all about it in introduction. If they ask you about cerebrospinal fluid functions, you can write a little of the introduction. And now let us come to the functions. The main word they'll be looking for is cushion. Okay, so it acts as a cushion for brain. Okay, and the rigid cranium, right? It is the brain has to be having cushion between itself and the skull. Okay, that is one thing. The other thing is the brain's weight is 1.5 kg. So this cerebrospinal fluid, almost, it has an apparent reduction in weight because of the cushion. So it feels like it's only 50 grams because it's like supported by the CSF, right? And hence it prevents the brain from getting crushed by its own weight. Okay. Now, if there is a blow to the skull, the CSF helps distribute the forces. Great, na? But again, brain is so delicate, you have to be careful. To some extent, it can definitely protect the brain. It supplies nutrients and oxygen. See, the blood cannot reach the brain, right? Only the nutrients and oxygen. So there is a blood-brain barrier. To some extent, cerebrospinal fluid is going to supply nutrients and oxygen. Okay, there are other things, blood-brain barrier, we will read that. It drains metabolites, that is any waste products or removed by the cerebrospinal fluid, and it also carries hormones. It also carries hormones, okay, from one part of the brain to other. Fine, you can just mention a word here called blood-brain barrier. That is not actually CSF as such, but main word you should look for is cushion. Cushion. But as brain does not have blood supply, there should be a lot of other mechanisms which will supply nutrients and oxygen to the brain and drain the metabolites. Correct? So always, in anybody asks you cerebrospinal fluid, remember the word cushion. What will you remember? The word cushion.